Howard. I'm Karl Spring here for HowieHansen.com and HowieBlog.com. And today we're here on Hawk Ridge with Julie. Julie, what's your last name?
O'Connor.
Julie O'Connor. And of course, we're here for the, wait, what do you call this event?
Well, we are here during September and October to watch the fall migration of raptors.
Oh, okay.
So.
And this is named Hawk Ridge because of all the hawks up here, I guess, right?
Yes. Yep. It's been Hawk Ridge for since the early 1900s. People came here to shoot hawks because there were so many birds flying over.
Yeah.
In the 1950s, that changed over to some conservation and counting, and now we have lots of people who come here every fall just to watch hawks, and we also do education and research here.
Well, and now people here with their cameras shooting hawks on video and film, of course.
Right.
Yeah. And this is this the last weekend then?
It is. Today's our last day. We're closing up our education programming here at Hawk Ridge this fall, but our counters and our research staff will still be on through the end of November because birds are still migrating through the end of November. They don't stop just because we go away.
How have the crowds been this year?
Great. Yeah. You know, we feel a little bit of the economy, but where we aren't maybe seeing so many out-of-towners, we're seeing lots of locals, and so it's been a great season.
Julie, tell me this. Now, look over here to the right. These people here, now, what are they? They're having a little class here, sort of?
Well, they're not having a class necessarily. They're just watching the birds as they're migrating past. And so we have naturalist staff and interpreters here on site from September 1st through October 31st that are pointing out birds, not just showing you where they are, but telling what they are and how we can tell what's what when it's flying.
I noticed they're all looking in the same direction. Are the hawks always on this side of the hill, or are they over the lake sometimes?
Sometimes they're over here, sometimes they're coming from far up lakeside, sometimes they're inland, sometimes they're coming in, cutting up through the valley here, and so the flight line's a little bit different on different days depending on the weather. So.
Now, tell me, up on the hill, there's a stand built up there. Now, is that new, the stand there? Tell me about that.
Yeah, that was built this fall. Those are our counters, and so they spend every day from mid-August through the end of November up there counting all of the migrating raptors that they see flying past.
They're there 7 days a week?
Yes.
Holy cow.
Yeah, we let them go home at night.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. You don't put little lights on the birds
No.
or anything?
No.
Oh, okay.
No infrared cameras.
Well, then you track it. Are the numbers up or down this year? The same? Or?
Well, it's kind of hard to tell from one year to the next because it's so very, very weather dependent.
Oh, yeah.
Because as birds are migrating south, they don't want to cross Lake Superior because it's more efficient to travel over land where they can make use of thermals and updrafts to gain lift. And so rather than flying all the way across Lake Superior flapping constantly, they're able to soar and then glide using updrafts and thermals. And so if we get, Lake Superior is oriented from the northeast to the southwest.
Yeah, the whole town's tilted, I hear.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
Like this. So as the birds are flying, they all encounter the shoreline of Lake Superior, and they turn and they follow the shoreline right over us. So when we have westerly winds, those birds that are to the west of us gradually get moved over, and more birds encounter Lake Superior. So when the winds are from the east, they're blowing from an area where there's no birds, and they're moving the birds gradually away from Hawk Ridge. So easterly winds make it difficult for us to see them.
A lot of science going on here.
There is a little bit of
How
science
these birds
involved.
get so smart.
They're just riding the wind.
Julie, look in here and tell people why you enjoy doing this.
Oh, this is my job. I'm outdoors in the fall in Duluth, witnessing a migration phenomena that is humbling to see. These birds that are moving from the Arctic to South America and traveling thousands and thousands of miles on their own power. It's pretty humbling. It's a good job to have.
Cool. Look in here and say hi to people because you're talking to Howie Hansen, Howie Blog, YouTube, and Facebook. Who do you want to say hi to today?
Oh, we got to say hey to everybody who's out there on their computers. Get off your computers and get to Hawk Ridge. Get outside.
Right away. Julie, thank you very, very
You're
much.
welcome. Thanks.
So here from Hawk Ridge, thanks for being here on HowieHansen.com, HowieBlog.com, YouTube, and Facebook. Are you a Vikings fan?
Who?
Are you a Minnesota Vikings fan?
Oh, I've heard of them.
Oh, just say go Vikings real quick.
Go Vikings.
Thank you. All right, see you later.